to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And complete to Smith and Jigba. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Darnold now to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cobb. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Walker is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Walker once more. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Rogers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. First carry for James Conner. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. At the 45-yard line. They run behind center with Conner. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Throwing is Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. Well, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. A give running right is Conner. And he is going to lose yardage here. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Stafford. Catch made right side by Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's another Cardinals. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Ready?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
3-yard line.
Conner will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stopped the play right there in the middle of the field.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak. And trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Greg Dortch deep for Arizona. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
it certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
53, ready. Hey, 70.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, once again it's Thielen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Into space at the 45. He may go. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. Now Ryland for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Conner up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running out of the gun with
tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. An extra point by Ryland up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Now Darnold. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down. And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 10. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Walker. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, Walker. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
They'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Cards are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Stafford. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Stafford. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
32, 260.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw left side, held in by McBride. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Middle.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this will be swung out here for counter. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Second and goal from inside the 5.
White
is in. Touchdown, Arizona.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Ryland on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, Darnold loses it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
The
Seattle.
Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Set. 260.
Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Stafford now to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Trying the left side with Walker. Powering his way forward. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 24 yards the game there. Another first down as well. To throw is Darnold. They'll roll him out right. looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And now down 3 scores, I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
On 4th down, Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Elijah Arroyo with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
15. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, some strong running. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
He certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Second and 9 from the 44. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. There's a short one caught by Lyman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Stafford. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stafford. And rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Back to throw here. This one goes underneath to Walker.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A quick hitter complete. It's Horton. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The drive will start with Connor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
And middle. Lady. Omaha, remove.
Throwing is Stanford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and a couple. Running right on the option is Murray. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
22! Get a 20! 11! Hurry!
Here's Stanford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Stanford. To Connor on the check down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him? Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm on 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Throwing again at Stanford. Caught, it's Wilson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Ryland for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Big winner Williams there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal on the Seahawks 5-yard line.
Here's a toss right side with White. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercado. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now 4th down and goal.
So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll indeed take a knee. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the